day. It's such a beautiful day. It's such a beautiful day in the neighborhood. The sun is shining, flowers are blossoming, snotty little kids waking up their parents. It's such a beautiful day. It's such a beautiful day. It's such a beautiful day in the neighborhood. The birds are chirping, lawnmowers cutting, barbecue burning, dead animals. It's such a beautiful day. It's such a beautiful day. It's such a fishing day. It's such a wonderful day. It's such a beautiful day. It's such a gorgeous day. It's such a happy day. It's such a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
It's actually quite warm today.
Warming up.
I came out here in a tank top and I was totally fine.
Day after Halloween, and it was, it was like 70s. We thought our kid was going to be way too hot in his costume.
Drenched in sweat when we got home, and I just, I had my Bad Witch hoodie on, and I wasn't hot, but I guess we walked up a lot of hills and stuff, but I came home and I was just covered in sweat.
Yeah, like the trick-or-treating area in our neighborhood is like right at the edge of the Hollywood Hills, so it's a lot of a nice little neighborhood, a very organized little neighborhood association and stuff. Yeah. People recognize our dog.
Yeah, people recognized our dog. I had some blog readers in the neighborhood. We went trick-or-treating to one of her houses, and then after we walked away, she told her husband she writes a blog about dog-friendly places in LA. So that was kind of cool.
Marta's kind of slacking right now. She hasn't put out a blog episode in a little while, but
we might just have to go to a different place or something.
But check out lairofthedog.com. We take our dog everywhere because we kind of have to. You can read that in the blog, and as such, we become familiar with a lot of the dog-friendly places to go around town. And we go out quite a bit, so we take the dog with us. And
I remember during the midterms, we took him. Our voting area is actually like kind of next door to us, so it's perfect. And we brought the dog with us. The first time, we actually sat outside with the dog and waited for me. We took kind of turns voting. But this time, we just decided to go in there with the dog, and I was bracing myself. But we walked in there, and all the poll workers were like, "Oh my God, he's so cute!" And they loved it. They loved that we brought him. So I should just start bringing him everywhere and just act like I didn't know. Yeah. Because a lot of people don't care.
Lately, at fucking Trader Joe's, man, there's always a few dogs in there. In the place where, we had to take him in with a service dog fucking collar on. But everybody else does it. So guess what? Now that they formalized the impeachment proceedings stuff, Trump's not all of the news. We might have other news to read today that's not about Trump. Can you imagine this?
No, I cannot imagine this.
Right there, that makes it a beautiful day. Midnight last night, I launched my November 1st Year in a Day course in witchcraft, and sign-ups are through the roof. So it's a beautiful day. I'm having a good day.
Yeah, and it's Friday.
And it's Friday, bitches.
A great day.
Great day.
And our kiddo turns 9 next week. That's going to be a good day, too.
A lot going on.
Yeah. So the first piece of news, and it's got nothing to do with the impeachment, but apparently Trump filed all the paperwork to make himself a resident of Florida because New York has treated him very badly. He was born and raised in New York, and it went to his opponent. The votes went to his opponent. Nobody ever loses their home state. I remember the one time that I saw California red was when Ronald Reagan ran, and he was a California dude. So, We turned red because it was our guy, but New York was not going to do that for Trump. So, I mean, hopefully this means that he plans on leaving the White House at some point and isn't going to talk about that foolishness about just being the president forever. So hopefully the fact that he changed that stuff means that, like, he has an escape route planned.
And I think I saw it in CNN, but I saw it in a couple places. So Trump has a new strategy, apparently, and he put out an ad the other day.
Was that the ad that got booed at the World Series?
Yeah, the ad that got booed at the World Series. Somewhere in the middle of the ad, the announcer says something about, he's not Mr. Nice Guy, but sometimes it takes a not Mr. Nice Guy to get things done in Washington. So,
He can't get anything done in Washington. That's the thing. He gets nothing done. He has his private time every day. He goes golfing every weekend. He gets nothing done.
Yeah.
The do-nothing president.
And it's not a new strategy. He's always, deny, and then double down.
Same pattern. And that's what all narcissists do. First deny it, try to gaslight, and then if that doesn't work, you say that, okay, but it wasn't a big deal.
So what we're going to see in the new strategy is he's just not going to be denying the shit. You say, yeah, I bullied the Ukraine guy, but hey, I'm a tough guy.
And I think, the biggest problem with all that is his base doesn't care. That's the main takeaway from all this. They don't care. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. He's going to get exactly just as many votes next time as he did last time. His base isn't going to waver. I think the only key to elections from now on is to get all the people who didn't vote at all or wrote in Bernie or voted for Jill Stein. We've got to get those people and the people who stayed at home, because Trump is not going to lose votes. They really don't care. They do not care. That's the whole problem. It doesn't even matter what he does. And he was right, shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue. The New York police said that they'd still arrest him if he shot somebody on Fifth Avenue, despite all the votes that he...
New York's been very bad to him.
Yeah, very bad. It treated him badly. Yeah. But, so, yeah, I mean, and talk about the enemy of the people. He was right about that, except it's not our press. It's like people like Sean Hannity are going on the air, and people listen to him, and he's just decided to compare this trial to the show trials that took place in the Soviet Union. He doesn't know shit about what took place in the Soviet Union. But I'm going to play this soundbite.
Chad, thank you. And what we're about to see play out is just a big show trial. Kind of what you'd see in Cuba, former Soviet Union, Venezuela, even Iran. Political target is afforded zero rights. You see this? We got it right here. This is not worth anything. This offers none of the protections and due process that Newt Gingrich afforded, Bill Clinton. This is all in the hands of one guy. Adam Schiff gets to decide unilaterally, and he's compromised in the case, and corrupt, and a liar, congenital liar. Public proceedings where the outcome is completely predetermined regardless of facts. GOP lawmakers are calling out this unconstitutional, invalid inquiry for what it is.
Well, so people are totally listening to this skid mark.
And I paid attention. I read the document. But the only thing that they get to unilaterally decide is what witnesses Trump can call. And I understand that you've got to limit the process with somebody that shows that they're going to manipulate the process. If they allow Trump to bring every witness he wants on the stand, he'll just bring hundreds of witnesses that have nothing to say. It'll be like a fucking filibuster.
Yeah.
They'll just fill the fucking time with bullshit. The guy plays the system. He obstructs justice, and they have to have some safeguards in there to keep him from doing that. I've also got a soundbite. Now, I hope this guy's right. This is a GOP guy talking about the possibility that maybe some of his colleagues might, someday exercise a scruple. I paraphrased. Hold on.
Congressman couldn't get any Republicans to vote in favor of this resolution today. How do you expect to convince Republicans to vote in favor of impeachment if there are articles of impeachment that come up for a vote on the floor of the House, or certainly conviction where you need a 2/3 vote in the Senate?
Well, we're not at that stage yet. We are right now about to begin public hearings, the public stage of this process. And I'll tell you, Wolf, I think this was a vote that every Republican decided that they're just going to vote with the party. But I've heard from Republicans, my Republican colleagues privately, from some of them, that I should not interpret their vote in favor of this or opposed to this procedural resolution as indication that they will vote against impeachment. Do not underestimate how much the substance is troubling some of my Republican colleagues who care about the national security of our country.
Why don't they say that publicly?
Well, this is the hardest vote that any member of Congress can take, and it's particularly difficult if it's the president of your own party. And I'm not predicting what they're going to do. Don't get me wrong. I just know that one reason they are talking so much about the process is because many of them are deeply troubled about the substance, and they're not quite ready to talk about that yet.
And let me tell you what else it is. You know, all that illegal campaign money that Trump's raising and laundering and all that kind of stuff. Well, he's donating to the campaigns of his colleagues. A lot of that
ones that are in swing states.
And I'm hoping we find out who got the illegal money funneled through Ukraine from other governments. That didn't all go to Trump. They specifically used the word campaigns, plural, that they funneled that money into Republican campaigns. So there's a few people out there that really need this not to come out, because then they're going to be in a whole lot of trouble. Now, first of all, they want Trump to donate to their campaigns with all the illegal money he's raising, but they're scared. He's a fucking bully. This is what it's fucking come down to now. It's the bullies against the not bullies. And until somebody punches Trump in the fucking nose, which is going to be a fucking bully. Usually you do that, and they go whining, running off, crying.
They're just keep giving away their turkeys, and he keeps getting more and more emboldened, and I don't know. I don't even know if I have enough in me to do a full hour today, because I'm so damn frustrated with... It is a circus. It is a circus, but not on our end. And I know they're saying the same thing about us, but I mean, this whole thing is absurd. I think Don Lemon was on the air with Como last night. I read something about it, and they were talking about something. I'm going to find it, but they're talking about something, and Don Lemon goes, yeah, this is where we're at today. And that's totally my feeling about this entire country is a joke. This president is a joke. And all the people supporting him are a fucking joke. Because they don't get it. It's like your disdain for immigrants and people of color is stronger than this piece of shit in office. I don't get it.
Somebody, I don't know, they're giving Nancy Pelosi a hard time for appearing next to a printout of a flag. I don't know. I've seen plenty of people standing there next to printouts. She just happened to be standing next to a flag. I got the point. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Trump shares his advice for the Duchess of Sussex. I'm sure everybody wants to take his advice. Yeah. I'm not going to read it, but, yeah, everybody wants to take advice from Trump. Let's see. Oh, my God. The child issues, chilling threat after ISIS leader's death. I'd play it for you, but it's all in Syrian or something like that. But, oh, my God, this little kid is a fanatic. And that's a problem. They raise these little kids to hate at an early age, and they raise them to be little fucking fanatics. And there's nothing, in that part of the world, child soldiers are a thing.
Break out of it. My family is super conservative, racist. They love Trump, and I broke out of it. Of course, I'm the black sheep and don't have a huge relationship with them, but it can be done. It can be done, and it's hard, and it sucks, and it's not fair, but it's possible to not grow up the way that they tried to raise you.
There's new video surfaced of those two Ukrainian money laundering dudes at a Trump rally, standing right next to him, up there on stage with God and everybody else. Let's see.
The fireside chat. That's what I was gonna. So wait, what was it? Okay, let's see. CNN's Chris Cuomo and Don Lemon discuss how they think a fireside chat with President Donald Trump reading the transcript of his call with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky in the country would go. Okay, we gotta watch this because they're laughing. Much laughter ensued.
Spinning.
We need to get a professional setup. Okay, something's happening. Oh, God.
I think we just need to set the sound bites up into MP4s and program them. I think we got to deal with an ad first. You're listening to A Beautiful Day, where we cover the news somehow. Okay. I got a couple things.
What is the president's ability to read that whole transcript without stopping to comment?
You're reading my mind. It would be so amazing. I'm laughing.
Is that it? There's the CNN guys laughing. The bros with the bromance.
Yeah, the bromance.
Now, in other news, kind of like, Trump's bold strategy cutting. There's somebody else. I don't know. You got to get back to the original page. So it's just going to keep running.
It would be really amazing. We're laughing, but it's serious. Listen, when FDR did it, what it was this talk about fascism and all kinds of things.
Yeah, it was about galvanizing the country around
not about
a collective pursuit of justice.
Gosh, this is where we are right now. It's crazy.
I can hear it now, though.
Jesus. Wow. So
Is that something he proposed? He wants to have a fireside chat?
I think he called it a fireside chat with, I don't know. I saw something about the fireside chat and I just didn't get it. And I probably don't want
Elizabeth Warren, I haven't read the actual story, but Elizabeth Warren has unveiled her Medicare For All plan. And, a lot of people, including Democrats, disagree with it because they think it's going to raise taxes on the middle class, and she's saying it won't. But, I'm not an economist or a politician, but it seems pretty straightforward to me. You make everybody pay taxes. Don't have the billionaire Jeff Bezos from Amazon not pay a dime in taxes. That money... Oh, and I found out yesterday, Kanye West got a $68 million refund. He doesn't need that money. That money can be used for all Americans to have health care. All I'm saying is if they just pay it at the same rate as we pay it, it'll be a lot more money than we pay because they make a lot more money. But that's all. Just have the really crazy wealthy people pay their fair share in taxes. I mean, maybe I'm just oversimplifying it and I don't understand what I'm talking about, but that's a lot of money that's not getting paid that could go for insurance.
Well, and it's some absolute bullshit. My entire life, every time I've made more money, I had to worry about being in a higher tax bracket. I was like, what are you get high enough and the tax brackets just disappear somehow? Yeah. You get to 68, I don't know what he made. How many billions he made in a year that he got a $68 million refund.
It's like, really?
Everybody else has to pay their fucking share. There's supposed to be a cost for capitalism, and the really big capitalists, they don't pay shit. Yeah. I mean, Facebook didn't pay shit.
The middle class supports this entire country. I don't even know why we need those idiots.
Never did anywhere on earth.
Buy our elections and vote for
call them wealth creators, job creators. Yeah, job creators. My ass. Trump's a job creator, but he doesn't actually pay any of the people he employs.
Yeah, Exactly.
So in other news, Hollywood news, I guess. Now this is fucking brilliant. Lori Loughlin and her husband plead not guilty to bribery charge in college admissions scam. She's facing at least 40 years on just that charge, but 50 total.
Well, that's what I read in a headline. She's facing 50 years.
It's bribery and then a conspiracy to commit bribery. And, we know she's guilty. She knows she's guilty. The prosecutor... If you waste a judge's time when you're fucking obviously guilty, they take that personally and they throw the book at you. So she's going to get... Her and her husband going to get the maximum, and she's going to be an old woman by the time she gets out.
No, she's going to die there. She doesn't have another 50 years.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
In her 50s. So that's it. And, meanwhile, Felicity Huffman copped to it, pleaded guilty, served her time, 14 days, and she's out already and over with it.
I didn't even think she served the full 14. I think it was like 13 days.
Yeah, I don't know what it was.
It's usually a thing. You never serve.
Yeah.
You get time served for the time you were waiting around or something like that. I forget exactly how time served works. Let's see.
Yeah, if you're in jail awaiting trial and then you get time served, that counts for the times that you were in jail waiting for the trial, but she's not in jail waiting for the trial, so she gets no time served. But yeah, I don't know, these people just dig their heels in, and I don't know what she thinks. She's used to buying everything. She probably thinks she can buy the judge off too. Stupid people. Everybody's so stupid. Why is everybody so stupid? I don't get it.
Seems a theme with you today.
I hate stupid. I'm allergic to stupid.
Can't fix stupid.
Nope. So here's a headline: Iowa clash, Bernie up for grabs. All right, let's see. The core of Bernie Sanders' base is up for grabs in Iowa. Democratic voters under 30 consolidated behind Obama in 2008 and Sanders in 2016. Will they pick one candidate in 2020? And Iowa. During the 2016 Iowa caucuses, the campus of Simpson College in the suburb of Des Moines was Bernie Sanders territory. In fact, every college campus in Iowa was. The Vermont Center won the votes of 84% of Democratic voters under the age of 30, according to the caucus entrance polls. They were the base of a coalition that nearly toppled Democratic frontrunner Hillary Clinton. But polling, as well as interviews with campaign operatives and with students at 4 campuses across the state, show these same voters are up for grabs in 2020. Sanders and Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren, with their proposals to wipe away student debt and promises of systemic change, are the leading candidates among young Democrats. But there's also substantial support for South Bend, Indiana Mayor Pete Buttigieg and interest in New Jersey Senator Cory Booker, both of whom are trotting out a youthful, optimistic message. Former Texas Rep. Beto O'Rourke brings a similar appeal. Businessman Andrew Yang's outsider status is attractive, as is the potential history-making candidacy of California Senator Kamala Harris. Former Vice President Joe Biden has pockets of support, but some students were dismissive of his candidacy. Almost every campaign is hyping their sustained outreach to young people, and many have staffers in Iowa dedicated to it. If one candidate is able to bring together young voters in a fashion similar to Sanders, or even President Barack Obama, who won a majority of those votes in what was essentially a three-way race in 2008, that candidate could reap significant political rewards. But if the under 30 crowd splits their votes among multiple candidates, it could benefit Biden, who has strong support among the oldest, most reliable voters in Iowa. Okay, I'm not going to keep reading this long-ass story. Oh my God, it doesn't stop. Okay, well, you get the idea.
So did you know we're living in Bladerunner time?
Yeah.
It's Bladerunner time right now. Remember, Back to the Future was way off, too.
I was gonna say, we already passed Back to the Future time, and then, like, what was it called? 2000: A Space Odyssey?
Yeah. I think we passed the original Star Trek, too.
Oh, yeah?
Turk and shit.
Yeah?
I think so. It's like the 20-somethings.
Really?
I thought so. I'm not sure about that one.
Okay.
All right, so somewhere. Where's our fucking hoverboards and shit, man? I mean, we do have these kind of billboards like they had.
Yeah.
You know, all over
with the look like giant screen TVs.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, we don't have them that just kind of float in the sky yet, but people have proposed those that just kind of got shot down. Let's see.
I'm waiting for my self-driving car.
Those are coming, and then they're going to automate a lot of jobs. You know, we know friends that are truck drivers and shit. They'll lose their jobs.
Cops will have nothing to do on a Saturday night because there won't be any DUIs.
We got this the Uber and Lyft thing. There's so many people able to just provide themselves with a second job, and the hiring process is pretty fucking easy and shit. That's always been Uber's aim with the self-driving cars. And then I think they got a self-driving scooter or something too.
Really? I want something where I can sleep in the back seat.
Yeah, well, I think that's gonna be the self-driving car. Let's see. Just really quick, we'll look at the latest on the Trump impeachment inquiry. See if there's anything new. House approved a resolution. We know that. Democrats discussing a time frame that would include public impeachment hearings before Thanksgiving, and votes on whether to impeach Trump by Christmas. Multiple Democratic sources have told CNN. Elizabeth Warren on possible Senate impeachment. I'll be there. Well, yeah, we better fucking be there. What we know about the House impeachment resolution. It was not a vote to impeach Trump. Rather, it was a vote to formalize the impeachment proceedings. A vote to impeach Trump would happen after the Judiciary Committee votes on articles of impeachment. I don't think we know that. What we know about the timing, I don't think we need to know that. Remember, the impeachment process takes months. Only 3 U.S. presidents have faced impeachment. They are Andrew Johnson, Richard Nixon, and Bill Clinton. Pelosi on Republicans not supporting the impeachment inquiry. That's their problem. Said, we had no choice. We took an oath to protect and defend our democracy, and that is what he has made an assault on. She said of the impeachment inquiry, if Republicans have a higher loyalty to the president than they do to their oath of office, that's their problem. And that's absolutely what we got here. Judge denies Rudy Giuliani associate to change bail conditions.
I was just going to say we should talk about Giuliani and his cell phone, and then you brought up Giuliani.
Oh, yeah. There was a story here that... now, wait. What'd you tell me Giuliani was the cyber...
Weeks after Giuliani had been named by Trump to be his cybersecurity advisor, he locked himself out of his iPhone. He kept, pressing in the wrong password, and it only lets you do it, a certain number of times, and then it locks you out. So that's what happened to him, and he had to go to Apple to, reinstate it or unlock it or, whatever they do. And right after he was the cybersecurity guy, and then he butt dialed people a couple times. That was it. That was in the news. Yeah, I went to their voicemail and they just heard him and it was like stuff that really shouldn't be in a voicemail. He butt dialed, and I think he did it more than once. But I don't think he's the cybersecurity chief anymore. I haven't heard from him in a while. So you said he's trying to lower bail, like, for those two guys?
Igor something. I don't know if that's the same guy. I think that's another Ukrainian associate.
Oh, so all of his Ukrainian associates are awaiting trial?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, he'll be awaiting it, too. So here it is. Trump offers to host a fireside chat to read the transcript of the call with the Ukrainian president. Now, if you actually break out the full transcript, I think that'll be great because we get to hear... ... Yeah, we'll get to hear his voice. That's really a bad idea because he's going to put in his mobster inflections that are going to come out with that. So, okay, I hope he does.
I read this in some story, I forgot where, but he's gonna keep like commenting at, like, he's gonna read a paragraph and then he's gonna like give us 2 cents after every paragraph. Yeah. That's how it's gonna be.
Texans are evenly split on impeachment and removal, according to a new poll. Hey, that's huge for Texas.
I should have taken that picture of when that 5 minutes when Texas was blue, when Beto O'Rourke was running against Ted Cruz, and at first he had the lead, and Texas was blue, and I was like, wow, we're probably never going to see that again. And I should have taken a picture before it turned red. But it sounds like Texas is coming around, and I believe it's our largest red state. And if it became blue, that would be a really big deal, because they have, I think California has the most electoral votes. I think we have like 50 or 55, and I'm not sure how many Texas has, but I think they have the second largest electoral vote count. Right?
Yeah. Oh, I see. Okay, so that's why it's a slow news day. The House is in recess. I heard that they're going to be in recess for like a week after they do the impeachment, the thing that they just did. So they're actually not going to move on that for a week. So it's going to be a... Wow, we'll have some other news next week, I guess.
I guess. I don't know. Okay, so Texas has 38 electoral votes. Okay, and we have more, but they have the second highest. 38.
Pelosi calls the impeachment inquiry deadly serious. A tweet. This was... we do everything in fucking tweets now. The tweet included a clip from Democratic Congresswoman's appearance last night on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. In the clip, Colbert asked Pelosi what the first words out of her mouth were when she heard the July 25th phone call between Trump and Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky. She said, "I prayed for the United States of America," she responded.
And Trump took that and said, we need to pray for Nancy Pelosi.
He always says that. Yeah. I know you are, but what am I? Trump is quoting supporters on impeachment, blah, blah. Don't want to hear it. Talk about the vulnerable Democrats. If you're just worried about losing your fucking job rather than doing your fucking job, you shouldn't have the fucking job. Fact check. The White House claims that the impeachment resolution is unconstitutional. Facts first. The resolution does not violate due process, nor is it unconstitutional. In fact, part of the resolution explicitly details the rights available to the president in the impeachment inquiry. In a section authorizing the Judiciary Committee to conduct proceedings, the resolution notes these should include such procedures as to allow for the participation of the president and his counsel. According to the fact sheet released by the House Rules Committee, these procedures include the opportunity for the president and his counsel to present their case, attend hearings, request additional testimony, cross-examine witnesses, and raise an objection to the testimony given. There's a caveat that if the president unlawfully refuses to cooperate with congressional results, then the extent of the administration's participation is at the committee chairman's discretion. So that's one of the things he bitched about. But absolutely, you got to stop the guy from turning the entire process into fucking bullshit. Okay, yeah, Schiff says that they're going to get started right when they come back, apparently. Trump's audacious defense, we already read about that. 4 key developments. Inquiry moves forward.
There's a Breitbart
key
headline
testimony
that I'm looking at now that says Donald Trump to honor Washington Nationals at the White House, because they won the World Series. But I wonder, it's a Breitbart story, so they're not going to tell you, what's really going on. But I wonder if they'll go or if they'll turn it down like Golden State did.
Well, it's baseball. Baseball guys are punks. I don't see them doing that. They're all patriotic and crap. I never saw any baseball guys kneeling for the national anthem. That never happened, right?
Not that I know of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't even, well, I shouldn't be the right person I'm not the right person to talk about this. I was going to say, I can't really think of any baseball players of color right now. I'm only thinking about Darryl Strawberry. But that's it. Yeah, maybe that's why they don't kneel. It's not their problem.
Let's see. Not sure if I have much else.
Well, it's time for a musical break, and I'm just looking over the Breitbart headlines. I don't see anything particularly exciting. Donald Trump could read Ukraine call transcript on live television. Okay, there's that. Let's see. I don't have much either. What should we do? Should we talk about our Halloween?
We kind of did.
I was kind of sweaty. Sasha got a bag of popcorn from the neighborhood association. They had like a big booth and kind of on the sidewalk, and they were like blasting music. They were giving away kids' books for free. I don't know why we didn't take one, but Sasha's gonna get a special book for his birthday, so we'll probably be reading that one every day. But crazy oil spill, witness looking with Assad doubts al-Baghdadi death, says the raid was a, quote, Hollywood production. This entire administration is a Hollywood production. Let's see. Tulsi hiding the truth. I prayed for America. Hitman poses for agreeing with killing. Mickey Rourke vows to give lying cocksucker Trump a left hook from hell. Okay. I don't know. Former CIA acting director on impeachment inquiry says, "Thank God for the deep state." I doubt that ever happened. Let's see. And they're referring to whistleblower as hoax. Can you explain to me why these people don't know the meaning of a hoax? How is it a hoax if we all already know that he did it? And he's not even denying it. Nobody's denying it. A hoax is something that's fake.
Well, like the 96 false claims Trump made last week with regard to Ukraine. Those were hoaxes. 96 hoaxes.
Okay, let's see. Conservative public hearings probably okay. Cohen says public hearings are probably in about a week or two. Have to be told not to cheer. The GOP says House Democrats had to be told not to cheer impeachment vote. That's funny. Yeah, I don't see anything. I don't see anything else.
Well, maybe we rock out the rest of the show.
Okay.
All right. Well, we're going to play you a song or two. We're going to go enjoy our day, our weekend. It's going to be a beautiful weekend. And you should probably do that too. Let's see. What should we... Oh, this. We haven't played in a while. It's a beautiful day. We'll see you next time.
I ache for the touch of your lips, dear, but much more for the touch of your whips, dear. You can raise welts like nobody else as we dance to the masochism tango. Let our love be a flame, not an ember. Say it's me that you want to dismember. Blacken my eye, set fire to my tie as we dance to the masochism tango. At your command, before you here I stand. My heart is in my hand. Ugh, it's here that I must be. My heart entreats, just hear those savage beats, and go put on your cleats and come and trample me. Your heart is hard as stone or mahogany. That's why I'm in such exquisite agony. My soul is on fire, it's aflame with desire. which is why I perspire when we tango. You caught my nose in your left castanet, love. I can feel the pain yet, love, every time I hear drums. And I envy the rose that you held in your teeth, love, with the thorns underneath, love, sticking into your gums. Your eyes cast a spell that bewitches. The last time I needed 20 stitches to sew up the gash you made with your lash as we danced to the masochism tango. Bash in my brain and make me scream with pain, then kick me once again and say we'll never part. I know too well I'm underneath your spell, so darling, if you smell something burning, it's my heart. Excuse me. Take your cigarette from its holder and burn your initials in my shoulder. Fracture my spine and swear that you're mine as we dance to the masochism tango.